So we're here with Jen Donovan of Social Media and Marketing Australia. How are you, Jen?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
That's good.
In sunny Warho.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about your business. How long have you been going?
Yeah, so I have a social media and marketing business. I've been going with that for about 6 years. Prior to that, I had a retail business with my best friend, and prior to that, I did about 20 years in law. So so I kind of did a long time in law, and then as my story goes, my best friend and I had way too much wine to drink one night and decided to throw in our corporate jobs and buy ourselves a business, which was my retail shop, which is where I kind of found my love for social media and marketing. If you're trying to grow a retail business in a rural area in the middle of a drought, you kind of need to get good at your marketing.
Yeah. So what would you say are some of the best things about social media?
Look, social media is a great place to start, but I think for a lot of small businesses, it tends to be where it ends. And I think we need to spread our scope further than social media, most certainly. I guess I have this saying, we can't build empires on Crown land. Or, if social media disappeared tomorrow, do you still have a business? And for a lot of small businesses, the answer to that would probably be no. Like if they, and it's not that they'll shut down the platform, it's like how many people actually get hacked? Like, I don't know about you, but I'm hearing people every single day that their passwords have been hacked and they lose their social, and to a certain degree, some people can lose their businesses. So social media is definitely important, and it's important to know who your audience is and what platforms they're on and where you should be marketing. But it's also important to be doing things like building an email list so that you can nurture them off platform as well as on the platforms. So, and don't forget about Google. If you don't have a website, Google Business or Google My Business or just Business, whatever it's called now. Google just changed its name. So it used to be Google My Business. I think it's just
Meta.
No, that's Facebook.
That's
Yeah, no, I think it's just, I think it's just Google Business now. But, they're all the things that you need to be thinking of as well.
Okay, now looking into, we're nearly at the end of 22. What's some top tips you could give some businesses for their social media and marketing into 2023?
Yeah, look, I think that it's tough out there. I think anyone who is in retail is finding it tough, and I think they're finding it tougher than they think they would, because they've had 2 years of people not really being able to shop bricks and mortar because of all the shutdowns and things like that.
COVID may be back.
Yes. So, we don't know how that's going to land. It's a few weeks out from Christmas now, and we're not quite sure how we're going. So a lot of online retailers are seeing a slowdown when they thought they would be seeing a peak, because people are shopping local. People can get out and about into their stores. So I guess diversification is definitely one of those things that I would talk about for 2023, like that way. Yeah. If you are if you do have a website, do you only have your website? It's like people who have a bricks and mortar store and they open their doors and they expect people just to come. Like, where else are you marketing yourself? I talk a lot about multi-channel marketing or omni-channel marketing, which means being in other places as well as just not your own website. Facebook groups, marketplaces, things like that would be really good. Don't forget about Google. Put some effort into your SEO if you want to be found. It's very competitive out there. It's not going to get any less competitive for you. Spend some time, spend some money, spend some energy thinking about your SEO for your business as well. And I think anyone who's been on social media for any length of time knows that it's a pay-to-play space. You really do have to pay to get a huge amount of traction or good return on your investment. And so I think we need to stop being afraid to pay for these sorts of things. In the olden days, we had to pay for radio, we had to pay for TV, we had to pay for newspapers, we had to pay for magazines. And then social media came along and it was brilliant at the start. I was a very early adopter. It was very cheap. It was great. But now, if you really do want to grow your business, it's important that you realize that if you want to make money, you really do have to spend some money for that. And like I said before, an email list. You really need an email list so that you can nurture people off the platform. The open rates and things like that don't have to be, we're not expecting 80% of people to open your email here. That's unrealistic. But think about how many people you're reaching on social media versus how many people you could reach if you just concentrated on building an email list from your followers and likers. So they're probably some of the biggest tips that I would give for 2023 going forward.
So how much should they spend on advertising?
Yeah, look, there's an old golden rule that it should be around 10% of your turnover is what you should reinvest into your business as far as your marketing goes. But marketing is a lot. Marketing could be getting professional photo shoots. It could be advertising in magazines. It could be paying money for memberships into Facebook groups or, marketplaces. It could be, literally doing radio, TV, newspaper, meta ads, LinkedIn ads, depending on where your people are, who is your ideal audience and where do they hang out type of thing, and making sure that you're hitting those buttons. But the old golden rule was about 10% of your turnover. Turnover, not profit, which is an important distinction as well.
Now, would you recommend somebody to get professional help, as in yourself? Or?
Look, you can get professional help for sure. There's probably nothing that's not out there. If you go to YouTube and type in, Facebook ads for beginners or Google ads for beginners or something like that, or you could start following some people on social media, like some really great digital coaches and marketers, and just getting tips and tricks from them. And when it's time to invest, or you've got the money to invest, you can start doing it. I think that's probably a lot of small business owners. It's hard to be able to afford professional help, but I think there's a lot of things out there you can start to do that can help you just go a little bit, and then you'll get to a point where you can afford professional help for sure. And shires and chambers offer a lot as well. There's often people, if you contact your local eco dev department or your local chamber or something like that, there's often resources out there that they can help you with as well.
Okay, so your motto is no point in dreaming small, but you can start off small and dream big.
Yeah. I have a podcast that I do every week called Small Business Made Simple, and that's the tune. If you listen to the podcast, that's the song that plays. There's no point in dreaming small, and it's really part of the philosophy that I have inside my business is we just all have to start somewhere, but we need to dream big.